Hello, my name is Solera. So let me talk about the Rebirth program. And if you're watching this, you must be curious what this is. It is an experience of transforming your life from where you're now to where you want to go. Okay. This is really about quantum leaping and closing the gap between your current self and your future self, right? Your future self is someone who already exists, right? She's just in a different dimension. And we're going to close that gap, that timeline, so that you're going to go into this future self a lot faster and a lot easier. Think about all the things that you want. A lot of things that you want could be money related, could be love related, could be health related. You want to look better, you want to feel better, and you want to accomplish more, make more money, right? So there are goals, there are dreams. Then how come you're not getting to where you want to go as fast as you can, right? How come the law of attraction is not working for you? And the law of attraction is working for you, but here comes the but, right? There are a lot of blockages, okay, within each person, okay, and that's ancestral, right? You have ancestors who have passed down their limiting beliefs to you, and then you have what's called the root cause, right? The root cause of every problem. And a lot of times people just go to like the surface level. Like if you want to lose weight, you just like hit the gym and you eat less and you count calories. And that's just like surface level problem solving. Okay. That's not the root cause. Like you haven't addressed the deep emotional misalignment for why, let's say, you are gaining weight in the first place, right? And the third thing is your inner child, right? The inner child often, and I mean often, is the one that sabotages your effort. And you're like, why would I sabotage my own effort? Well, your inner child is a kid, okay? He, is upset and is throwing tantrum, right? Your little kid within doesn't want to do all the work that you're like pushing yourself to do, right? Because sometimes a lot of the students I have are like type A, they're successful, they go after what they want. And the inner child comes out and goes, nope, I don't want to do that. That's too much work. And I hate that you are always making me work and you never listen to me, right? She comes out and she's throwing tantrums at you. So, this is what I call the three pillars of healing. You need the three pillars of healing if you want to quantum leap. Okay, if you want to have a rebirth experience, if you want to go and get to the next level income and the next level success, right? All the practical things in life that you want. And it's not a problem. You can definitely take steps and work hard towards them. But at the end of the day, the only reason why the law of attraction is not working as fast as it should is because you've got layer upon layer upon layer of resistance, okay, blockages that are holding you back. Does that make sense? Otherwise, the law of attraction should work already. It's kind of like you say, "Oh, I really want to have a, ham and cheese sandwich." And then 2 minutes later, you pass by a shop and there's your ham and cheese sandwich. Well, you don't have any resistance to ham and cheese sandwich, do you? All right? You don't normally. It's like if you don't have resistance to something, literally how manifestation works is like if you would just beeline to the outcome. Beeline. Okay, like a straight line. There's no zigzag. But the way you're manifesting right now is you're zigzagging. I'm gonna go over here for a while, and then you get lost, and you come over here and you get lost for a while, and then you're just like zigzagging, and then eventually you get to kind of close to the goal, but not really. Right? That's how a lot of people manifest. Okay. Instead of beelining to where you say you want to go, you do this like roundabout way. Okay. And then you're not even halfway there. And so it feels like things are really slow. And a lot of people, for example, stuck at the same income level for a long time. And please, like, don't judge yourself, right? And I'm not saying all this to judge you either. So please don't take it personally in that way because it's not about judgment. It's really about healing and self-love and removing the layers of gunk, right, from your closet. Okay. Think of the rebirth experience as a major decluttering experience, not just on the outside, like the physical closet, but the closet on the inside. And guess what? As soon as we remove all the junk out of the closet, you're going to have space. And guess what? You're going to have space for like the Versace dress, right? The Valentino shoes, right? And the Jimmy Choos, like all the new things, right? You're going to have space to put new things in there. to have new beliefs about money, about wealth, about success, about everything, about your image, who you are, who you're supposed to be, how you contribute to the world, right? Your relationships, all the things will change. But if your closet is full, how are you going to have new beliefs, right? If you believe your entire life that things are supposed to be hard, then guess what? They're going to be hard for a long time. If you believe that things are supposed to be slow, then things are going to be slow for a long time. Because that's like your junk in the trunk, so to speak, right? Like all the dirty clothes in your closet, right? And some of the clothes you haven't even worn yet, right? Are you one of those people who have like clothes with tags on because you haven't like looked at them? And a lot of that is like from your ancestors, from your past life. And you don't even know that they exist. They're just in the closet. You don't know, they're just taking up space. Does that make sense? And anything that takes up space is taking up your energy. Now, really hear me when I say this. Anything that's taking up space in your energetic closet is taking up energy. Well, energy equals what? Energy equals money. Energy equals success, right? Energy equals upleveling, growth, expansion, evolution. And when your energy is being siphoned by all this stuff, right? From your ancestors, from your past lives, from your inner child, right? You have no room. You don't have enough energy to create what you want. And let me tell you something, a lot of the core issues that people have are energy related. It's not because you are not smart enough or you don't work hard enough, but people have blocks. It's like, oh, I already have, let's say, a $2 million business and I do super well. Well, you could be getting to $10 million a year, right? And then some people say, oh, but it's okay. Like, I don't want to get to $10 million because, I've got a family and I don't want to have to work that hard. I don't want to have to work like double the hours, right? Especially if you're like kids at home. And again, that's like a limiting belief, right? That came from somewhere that says if you make $10 million a year, then you're going to have to slave away. So just so you know, everything that you want is possible for you. Okay. And if you're not getting there and you're quote unquote stuck at a certain income ceiling, even if that's $5 million, and maybe for you it is $10 million a year, like you're stuck at $10 million and that doesn't feel good to you. You see, it's not about the amount of money. It's like you can have $100 million or $1 billion and you can still feel the feeling of being stuck. Like you're not immune to it. Okay, because happiness comes from the feeling of expansion and growth. If you're just stagnant at $1 billion, you would actually be quite unhappy. Yes, life would be easy. You can fly your private jets all the time and stay in mansions, but right, at some point it just becomes your normal and you don't feel like they're anything. As human beings, we get used to things quite quickly. And so you can be living in a $10 million, $100 million home. And after a while, it's like that's your normal and you don't feel like it's that special anymore. And so that sense of excitement and joy really comes from, I'm growing, I'm expanding, like I'm getting to my next level, whatever that looks like for you. Okay. So I hope that's really clear. The rebirth program is about your unique journey, okay, to close that gap between where you are, okay, to where your next level is, right? There's always going to be that next level. And again, your joy comes from the expansion. It's like an accordion and it needs to stretch to make music, okay? Otherwise, it's not going to make music, right? You need to like stretch your energy to make music. That really is how life works. So allow the rebirth, that phoenix energy to work in your life. Like get rid of the old clothes, burn down some of the stuff that you don't want to have anymore in your life, and make room for new things to come. Now, here's the caveat, okay? I'm not saying this is an easy process, okay? It's not a slow process. by any means. It's actually quite a fast process once you get into it and we do the work together. But it's not an easy process because sometimes your mind comes up and it has resistance and you want to push back, right, on the things I teach you, and that's okay, right? I forgive you already. And I don't take it personally. And when people give me the pushback, because I get it, it is really hard, you know? Sometimes it's like you just have to process it, you have to cry it out, you have to punch the pillow, okay? And that's okay. It's all acceptable. That's part of the process. Okay. It's like when you first take out like the old clothes out of the closet and you're putting them on the bed or on the floor, like your room is a little bit messy, right? Like that is how it works. But you go through the process. Eventually, you sort out the clothes and you get rid of like the dirty old clothes and the clothes with the holes. You throw them out, right? Now you're like, okay, now my room looks really clean and nice. I've gotten rid of like the junk. Okay. It's obviously a really simplistic way of explaining it, but it really is like this. All right. So, I personally really bring in that Phoenix energy. In fact, Phoenix is my spirit animal. Right? I can be talking to somebody for 5 minutes at the airport, at the grocery checkout line, and I can put them on a completely different trajectory because literally I bring that energy to all of my relationships and to the students that work with me. So, if you're interested and you're excited about the possibility of growing, stretching, expanding, right, reaching for that next level, come work with me one on one, do the private work together, because this is where I can mold and, knead and change you for the better, right? Not change you like by forcing you, right? Again, you have free will, right? Nobody can force you to do anything that you don't want to do. But if you're excited and you're really looking forward to that next level, like this is the container for you, right? Where everything can be customized and we're gonna find those, root causes that are causing the problems, right? So let's dive in together, shall we? Make sure you DM me, and if you have questions, if you want to know if this is the right fit for you, I am here to answer your questions. Okay. So I look forward to connecting with you and I'll see you inside the program.